So, let's find our chairs and we will begin our practice today. Hmm. Yeah, so you hear all the time. So a good example of instead of being, more focused on the cure, maybe if when we're in the present moment, we can address the cause before we have to get to the cure. So again, a good example of that is eating. So if we eat with mindfulness, so many times we can avoid stomach upset or indigestion or acid reflux or what our body's achy, is it. So we focus on the present, the mindful eating. So many times we're either watching TV and not paying attention or walking or walking to our car, eating in our car because we don't have time. And that those things happen occasionally, but if we can just stop before we consume and just ask ourselves, is this going to be healthful, or is it not going to be healthful for my body? And the more we do that, and even just looking at our food, like looking at the colors, like how many colors, and eating with color, right? And it's a slow process, but the more you do that, and yes, many times I'm watching maybe like the news, like, though I try not to do that while I'm eating, because even doing that, if you're watching something that's upsetting and you're eating, the prana in that food is not good for our body. We want to have good energy. And so even food like leftovers, if you have leftovers in your refrigerator for 3, 4, 5, 6 days, and food is energy, right? And it starts to lose its energy more and more and more. So buying fresh, this is the time of year where we have farmers markets, we have grocery stores that buy fresh, and to eat food as fresh as possible. That's a whole nother like knowledge series. But just being mindful of, if I do this, is that good for my body? Taking steps, just being in our senses, our sight, our smell, our taste, our touch, our hearing, and just being there. So many times we can avoid getting to the point where we need a cure for something in the body. Yeah. So breath is a big one. So we're going to begin with breath. So let's start shaking. Shake the head, shake the body. So that's the beauty of this practice of yoga. Yoga is most often, married with a meditation, with breath, breath, body, mind. And yoga means union, right? The union of the body and the mind. Yeah. And relax. Good. And you don't have to think of anything specifically. Again, don't make it hard. Don't make it like, okay, I'm going to go on this big, crazy, cleanse diet. You don't have to do that, but just start to become aware of, what am I consuming? Yeah. And is it going to be healthy or helpful for me? And once it gets in there, we get so caught up in our cars, we change the oil regularly. And so same thing with our body. Yeah. All right, we're going to scoot forward a little bit in our chairs. We're going to just bring our hands up on our lap, and we're just going to arrive. So we're going to close our eyes and arrive in our space. Yes, our sacred space. Good. And just notice sounds around you. Notice the temperature of the air. Come to present moment. Yeah. Come to awareness. Good. Now we're going to take a nice big deep breath in through the nose. Pause the breath at the top. And with a big ha sound, we're going to the breath out. H-A, ha. And again, take a breath in. Hold the breath at the top. And let it go with a ha. Ha. And last one, big breath in. Hold the breath at the top and let it go. Ha. So the sound of ha sends a signal to our brain to slow down. Yes. The brain saying to calm down. Yes, and our brain, our breath is a tool that we have with us all the time. Yeah. So when we become aware of, man, I'm really feeling crazy, I'm feeling stressed, I'm feeling anxiety, just simply doing this, right? Sitting quietly, noticing your breath, and taking that, those exhale, the extension of the exhale breath helps us to calm down. Yeah. Good. And now we're going to do one more breath in, and we're going to breathe out with the sound of Om to begin our practice. Good. So take a nice big deep breath in. Pause. And as you exhale, exhale with the sound of Om. Om. Let the exhale extend long. And relax the breath. Good. And with eyes still remaining closed, notice your posture, how you are sitting. And if your back is rounded, curved back, see if you can lift your heart. Maybe scoot forward in your chair, just wiggle forward just a little bit. And get a nice tall spine. Yeah. Good. All right. Let's take a nice big breath in. And now as you exhale, drop your chin to your chest. Good. Relax your shoulders back and down. And inhale, roll your head over to one side. And up. And over to the other side. And down. And so just continue some nice circles, just noticing how your head feels. So when we have our eyes closed, remind us regularly that, and we can go inside, we can feel the body, we can feel what's going on, both physically and mentally. We're clearer because we're going in. So we can hear, see, and feel what's going on in the body. Next time the head comes forward, pause and reverse, go the opposite direction. Inhaling up to one side and up, and exhaling to the other side and down. Good. Nice smile on the face. Circling the other way. And the next time that the head comes forward, pause, wiggle your toes, press down into your feet, slowly lift your head back up. Good. And bringing your hands into prayer position, eyes are still closed. And we're gonna rub our palms together. Create a little warmth in your hands. And then place your hands gently on your face. And if you have glasses, you just need to cup your hands a little bit so you don't touch your lenses. Yeah. Laying your hands onto your head, face. Yeah. And then when you're feeling ready, gently blink your eyes open. And when they fully open, just gently float your hands back down onto your lap. Such a beautiful way to come out of having your eyes closed for a while. Because when we just open our eyes, it's like walking into, the bright sun, it's kind of jarring a little bit. And so it's just a nice way to keep ourselves in this calmer state to do that. Yeah, good. All right, let's relax our arms down alongside our body. Good, press down into your feet as you lift your shoulders up. It's all about awareness, this practice. Just being aware of what is going on in your body and how it feels. And exhale, relax. Yeah. And that's how we protect ourselves. Begin to press down into your feet, lift your shoulders. Because when we're not aware and we just, you take it too far, that's when injury happens. Yeah, and relax. You know, it would bode that almost 100% of accidents, say like car accidents, happen because we're not aware of where we are and what we're doing, right? Yeah, roll the shoulders. So again, our breath helps us to keep us in the present moment, into that awareness. Yeah, and that's where we're most productive. That's where we're happiest. Yeah, good. And that's where we're safest. Especially in, we do, you know, fall prevention on this day, right? And it's so important, just the awareness, being present can avoid a lot of accidents. Yeah, good. Being aware of, are there area rugs? You know, are there cords that I could possibly trip over? Or is there a rug on a rug? I have a little rug on top of the rug in my bedroom, and it's always like getting a little bump in it. And it's just the perfect way for me to trip. So to be aware of that stuff and remove it if you can. Yes. And, you know, because we never plan to fall. Yeah. Okay. So let's come to cat cow. So we're scooted forward in our chair a little bit, maybe come a little bit further forward. Yeah, good. Hands on our lap. Inhale, lift the heart and look up. And exhale, slide your hands forward, drop your head. Good. And then inhale, press into your feet, slide your hands up, reach your elbows back, open your heart. And exhale, round your back. Just do one more at your own pace. Just enjoying the massage of the spine, the opening of the shoulders, stretching, moving. Again, always feel free whenever you're feeling, you know, secure, even with cat cow, you know, just closing your eyes as you're doing it so that you can feel what's going on in your body. Yeah, good. All right, we're gonna do the breath of joy, right? So again, taking care of the body, right? Taking care of the mind. Our mind tends to get filtered in with negative thinking, sadness, negative, you know, fear, anxiety. It's just the tendency of the mind. It's there to protect us, but in our society today, with so much stimulus going on that we have coming at us, it's hard to, you know, not to, you know, so just positive thought, just putting a smile on your face, even if it's fake. Yeah, good. So breath of joy, hands come into heart center. Good. And on an inhale breath, press into your feet, reach up and open your arms. Big breath in. As you exhale, drop the head, curl your arms in. You can grab your shoulders if you like and just let the head drop down. Inhale, press into your feet, lift up, reach the arms out and up. Yeah, just open yourself up to all the blessings that are waiting to shower down upon you. And exhale, curl in, maybe the opposite arm on top. Yeah, hug yourself. Begins with loving yourself. One more, inhale, reach up, open up, lift your palms up. Yes, the divine or God or the universe, whatever you believe in, wants us to be happy. And exhale, curl in. Yes. And then lift the head and release the arms. Yeah. Yeah, it does. There's so much. And the more I've been experimenting with this and I've been aware that just the simplest things that just work out, like the timing, you know, you've had those experiences, right? It's like, wow, that worked out perfectly. And the more that you are aware and the more that you are positive and the more that you are sure and you have faith that there's blessings that are just waiting for you to happen. You just have to look up and not even physically look up, but accept that everything that you need will be taken care of. And when you have that lightness, that energy, it just starts coming in. You just see it coming in. And it's just like so cool when that happens. It's like, wow, that was perfectly timed. And that's not a coincidence. That's because, I'm opening that energy channel up, right? Not the fear. That's a, bubble around us. I'm opening up. I have to believe, right? Because again, we're all connected. We all want the same thing. And, whatever the divine power is out there that's leading the charge, wants all of us to be happy. Yeah. Okay. So let's come to a little forward fold. So take a nice big breath in, lift the heart, look up slightly, and exhale. Start to press your belly forward. Keep your head above your shoulders. So you just start to lay your belly onto your thighs. And then eventually you'll be looking down at the floor. Good. Take a nice big breath in. Exhale it out. This is where you become aware of how dirty your floor is and how much it needs to be washed or vacuumed. And if you don't do it, no big deal. Press down into your feet, slowly come up. I always used to say to my mom when I was young, why are you cleaning? It's just gonna get dirty again anyway. Out of the mouth of babes. Yeah, and relax, good. All right, so we're gonna bring our hands into prayer here. Actually, let's bring one hand on top of the other first. Find our nice tall spine, good. And then inhale to one side and exhale to the other. Inhale and exhale, in and out of the nose. Maybe lift your hands up a little higher and just be aware of the difference. Again, feel free to close your eyes to really feel, yes, that touch sense, to really feel what this feels like. Maybe you're checking out the temperature of the air on your arms and your face. Yeah. And slowly come back to center. Good. And now release the hands, the arms, bring your hands into prayer position, relax your shoulders, and lift your elbows. Good. We're going to do a little tiny twist here. So take a breath in. And as you exhale, lean forward slightly, and then start to lift the left elbow up and drop the right elbow. And if it's available, if it lands onto your thigh, that's great. Yes. Good. And then once here, lift that left elbow up, gently press your palms together, and maybe even look up to the side, to the left side, to that left elbow, and breathe. Yeah, starting to open up that left rib cage. Nice little stretch for our middle back. Good. And then bring the gaze, relax the gaze back down. Press into your feet, slowly bring your body straight back up. Good. Come to center, take a breath in and lean forward slightly. And now over to the other side. So take that left elbow down to the left leg, if it's available. Yeah. Lift the right elbow up a little bit. Press into your palms. You can look to the right elbow and breathe on this side. Just a nice, long, slow, deep breath. Enjoying each breath, mindfully breathing. So whenever there's a challenge, let's press down now into our feet, slowly bring the body straight back up and come back to center. Good. And relax the elbows, interlace your hands, and just move your hands around, stretching the tops of your hands, your fingers. That feels so good, right? You can even watch as your hands move around in all different directions. Yeah, good. And then release your hands, shake it out. All right, gonna go that a little bit deeper with that twist. So that felt good. We'll do that again. If not, we'll go a little bit deeper. So again, prayer hands, lifting your elbows up, a nice big breath in. And as you exhale, again, hinge forward. Good. And then start to drop the right elbow again. If it's available to you to bring it to the left thigh, if that doesn't feel like too much, then lift that left elbow up. Yeah. If that feels like too much, just slide it back to the right side, just like we did before. Yeah, good. And then again, look to the left elbow if you can. Gently press your palms together. Good. And breathe. This little bit deeper twist, massaging out that liver and gallbladder and pancreas area in our gut. Good. And then relax your gaze. Press down into your feet. Slowly float the body straight back up first. Good. And then slowly bring it back to center. Good. Take a breath here. Exhale, lean forward. Good. And then we're going to slowly either land that left elbow onto the left thigh, or if you feel like you easily have space to bring it over to the right side, that's an option. Flip the side and then look to the right. Press your palms together. Find your breath. Massaging stomach area now. Yeah. Good. Nice breath. Good. Then when you're ready, slowly relax the head. Press down into your feet. Slowly bring the body back up. And then slowly bring it back to center. And again, relax your hands. Let's just drop your arms and shake out the arms. Relax the shoulders. Even do a couple little circles. Notice what might have grab some tension there. Good. Okay, and one more stretch here, then we'll stand. So if it's available to you, bringing both heels forward, bend a little bend in the knees for sure. Don't want to drop the knees and hyperextend back. Good. All right. So being very mindful, we're at the front of our chair here a little bit, but make sure that you're nice and grounded in your sit bones. And take a breath in, lift the chin. As you exhale, start to hinge forward. Keep the head up so that our spine stays straight. Good. And then once you've found your range of motion that's comfortable, you can look down towards your feet. You can remain right here, tucking the belly back to support the low back. Or you can slide your hands down your legs, maybe down your shins, maybe to the ankles, just wherever it's comfortable for you. And you can just relax and drape the body forward. Feel free to drop your head. Just coming into this beautiful seated forward fold. All right, now when you're ready, slowly start to walk your hands up your legs one at a time. Bringing the body slowly back up. Keep the head down until your body comes up fully, and then lift the head. Good. And then slide one foot back and the other foot back. Okay. And then finally, we're just going to do a little calf stretch here. So feet are even with each other, planted on the floor. Slide your right foot back. This is such a nice stretch you can do anytime you're sitting in a chair, right? Make sure your heel is on the floor and feel that stretch. Man, I really feel like a deep stretch here along the back of your ankle, that Achilles tendon, your calf muscle. Yeah, my calf muscles. And if you walk a lot, this is such a nice stretch to do. So you're basically just sliding your foot as far back with your heel planted on the floor. The heel starts to lift, you lose the stretch. Yeah, so just don't go as far back. Good. And breathe. All right, and then relax. Slide the right foot back forward. Good, then slide the left foot back. Yeah, this also strengthens the front of the ankle. Good, and then again, pressing down into that left heel a little bit to make sure that it's on the floor, not lifted. And breathe in this stretch for your calf. Good. And just this, do the part of yoga that, we do a lot of stretching of muscles. And that also prevents, right, the injury. And then slide that foot back forward. Good. And just wiggle out the legs. Nice. Go back to center. Now we're going to bring both heels slightly back to stand. Take a breath in, exhale, lean forward again, hinge forward. And on an inhale breath, press into both of your heels to slowly bring your body back up to a stand. And coming back to the back of your chair. I'm going to slide my chair out to the side here, just for purposes of being able to see. And just now coming to your stand, just easily move about. Move the body. Again, if you feel pretty stable, just soften your gaze and notice how your body feels after being seated for that almost half hour. Yeah, good. Just move the body gently. Yeah, waking it up. And coming to a stand, finding your mountain pose. Nice tall spine, shoulders back and down. So you may need the assistance of your chair, either in front of you or behind. But we're gonna see if you can just lift your heels up and walk on your balls of your feet. This is such a nice stretch. If you can do this every day, you feel all the muscles, like your glute muscles are engaged doing this. Yeah, we're giving some love to our feet. Good. And then see if you can come to walking on your heels. Might be helpful to lean your body just slightly forward. Let's walk on your heels. Good. And then maybe shift to the sides of your feet. You can maybe take walks forward or just stay in one place. Walk on the outsides of your feet. Strengthening our feet, which, helps with definitely fall prevention and balance. And now go to the insides of your feet, massaging out those feet. We forget about them, and I mean, they literally hold up our entire body every day, right? Yeah, strong feet. All right, now come to back to your nice mountain pose. Find your spot. Good. Let's bring our legs out a little wider. Let's soften our knees. Good. And inhale to one side and exhale to the other. Big breath in, nose, exhale the mouth. You know the drill. That HA sound, that exhale. Again, sending signals to the brain. As I said in my newsletter, you'll read it maybe later. But the breathing, and especially this hot, it changes the chemistry in your brain. It changes the chemical makeup in parts of your brain. And this ha sound is sending the signal to say, okay, cool, this body needs to relax. Let's relax it. Ha, and slow it down. Yeah. And bring your feet back together. We just lost touch with mind, right? Mind and body in most of the things we do in the world. We're leading with just our ego, our brain, our mind, and we don't need to. We need to connect with that spirit, that self, that's inside. That's not this body, just this body. Yeah, good. All right. So nice tall spine. We're going to inhale. We're going to reach our arms out into a T. And we're going to stretch, stretch, stretch either side. Good. And then release the arms down. Good. And now we're going to bring our arms up again. We're going to this time bend the elbows. Our palms are forward. Good. And then reach your upper arms back. Maybe bring up your gaze straight ahead. Feel that opening up in your shoulders, in your chest, your heart. That's your whole front spine. Good. All right. And then just take a breath in. And now very slowly, we're going to transition. Start to drop your fingers forward so that they're reaching forward. Good. Check in with your shoulders. See if you can relax your shoulders. And keeping your elbows at this height if you can. Dropping your hands further down. Yes. almost like the scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz. Yeah, on his little perch there. Notice how if this is uncomfortable for you, then back out. Yeah. Take a nice big breath in. Exhale it out. Another breath in. And as you exhale, slowly, slowly, slowly start to just let the arms slowly come down. Yeah, do that slow. Good. And once the arms are straight, roll out the shoulders. Good. All right, finding our mountain pose. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up. Big breath in, and exhale, float them down. Good. And just notice how the shoulders feel. As you breathe in, reach up. As you breathe out, reach down. And one more. Just notice how the shoulders feel when you raise your arms and you drop your arms. Good. And now relax your arms. Let the weight of your arms just relax the top of your shoulders. And now we're going to do a little bit of a challenge here. We're going to slowly raise our arms up and we'll check in as we go. And even if you feel nice and sturdy, you can close your eyes here. So turning the palms just up forward. Yeah, nice and relaxed. The arms are relaxed. The shoulders are relaxed. Wiggle your shoulders a little bit. Yeah, good. And then start to slowly raise your arms up. It's like you're in slow motion. Good. And again, if you close your eyes, you can feel where you're going to start picking up tension. And if you don't close your eyes, that's fine too. But nice, slow, long breath. When we get about halfway, just notice your shoulders and see if you can take a breath in and relax your shoulders down. And then slowly continue. You can take a break whenever you need. And slowly begin to continue to raise your arms up. Even notice the air, the temperature of the air on your arms. But notice any tension. And then pause and take a breath in and exhale, relax, whatever is tense. All right, and then we're going to slowly let the arms come down. So start to lower the arms. Again, if this gets challenging, deeper breath. As slow as you can. Smile on the face. Pause halfway. See if you can just let the shoulders relax. Say, I know shoulders. I know you're holding up my arms, but I've got it. My muscles are strong. Yeah. And then continue to lower. Again, feeling the temperature of the air, noticing your breath, keep it deep. Maybe that ujjayi breath, deep breath. And then once your arms are all the way down, if you haven't already, close your eyes and relax your arms and shoulders. Notice how nice that feels, right? That complete relaxation. Yeah. And then when you're ready, you can flutter your eyes open. So we have so much more control of our body than we think. Yeah, we just have to be present. We have to take it slow. Yeah, and we have to be mindful. Where am I picking up tension? And can I relax that? Yeah, good job. All right, shake it out. All right, we're going to come into one more of raising the arms. We're just going to come halfway, raise the arms halfway again, bend the elbows. And this time we're going to bring the pads of our fingers onto the back of our head and our thumbs onto our jaw. And open your mouth slightly and just start to massage, make little circles with your thumbs on your jaw. Yeah, just sending again signal. Just relax, relax the muscles. You know, if you ever go for a massage, you know, most of the time when I go, there's just like, you know, there's so many tight spots in my body that they find that I'm not even aware that are like just seized up. Yeah. And relax your thumbs now. Good. And let's just look to the right and forward and look to the left just with our eyeballs, and look up and look down, forward. And now make clockwise circles with just your eyeballs. Nice and slow. Yeah. And then at some point, pause and do counterclockwise circles. And come back to center and release your hands. Just slowly release. Let the arms float down. Relax the shoulders as the arms are coming down. And roll it out. Shake it out. Good. All right. Let's come to a little bit of a march. Start to move the body a little bit. Yeah. Good. And maybe coming to a little bit higher knees, if that feels good. Keep your heart lifted. Nice posture. Yes. Good. Maybe take out your legs out to either side. Notice what's going on in your glutes, your hamstrings, your thighs, your calves. Yeah. And coming back to center, either high knee march or just a little march. Good. Maybe a couple steps forward and a couple steps back. Forward and back. Good. And come back to center. All right. And relax the body. Shake out any tension. Good. All right, so we're going to come to a little balancing. So this is a good little practice for hand or eye coordination, movement with the body going in different directions and coordinating that with your mind, your head, right? Yeah. So imagining that if you have hardwood floors and they happen to be vertical to you, you can use one of the boards. Now just imagine a piece of tape on the floor. Yeah, and so I'm gonna back up just a little bit. Have some space in front of you to be walking forward and back. Good. So basically with this, on this imaginary line, we're just gonna step over to one side as if we're stepping over a line, and then step over as we're moving forward. And step over, and over, and over, and one more. Side, good. And then carefully walk back to your starting point. Good. And now to add a little bit more of a challenge, we'll just walk on the balls of our feet, just like we did. And instead of having the whole foot down, we'll be on the balls of our feet. So find that imaginary line, step over on the ball of your feet, step over as you come forward. Good. A little balance there. And that movement, that coordination. Good. And then slowly make your way back, again, being very careful. Yeah, eye-foot coordination is really important to practice with our falling. Yeah, for not falling. Yeah. And now to add another dimension, maybe we come to a little bit of a hop over our imaginary line. So beginning with just hopping over and hopping, 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 hopping. So if you have tile, floor, or anything like that, this is a nice thing. And then slowly make your way back. And just walking backwards is also really good for that eye-feet coordination. So our body is, whenever we're not, standing straight, or when we're not just moving straight forward, the brain is really kicking in when there's nothing when it's not comfortable with the norm. Yeah. And walking backwards is not the norm. So even that is a good practice for you. Okay. And again, we're gonna need your chair here. We're gonna do our side bend with crossed legs. So we did this recently. So there's different options here. So having your chair handy so that you have an option to hold on to your chair. Good. So we're just going to come into a side bend, but we're going to start with either your right foot forward, if it's available to you, crossing your legs. Yeah. If you're crossing your legs, bend that back knee into the front leg. So there's a little bend in that left knee. So it's not hyperextending back. All right, and again, if this isn't feeling good, perfectly fine to be on just a tandem. Yeah, either way, good. And then you can be holding onto your chair with your left hand. You're going to turn the right palm out. On an inhale breath, reach that right arm out and up. Good. And if you're a little bit of wobble is good. I always say that, right? It's true because it's engaging these tiny little deep core muscles. Yeah. If you feel comfortable, you can release your hand off your chair. Just bring the palm to your left thigh. Take a nice big breath in. As you exhale, reach up a little more. Good. Another breath in. And now as you exhale, reach up and lean over to the left. Yeah, challenging, right? And so again, that little bit of wobble is good. You're really grounding your toes into the floor. If you want even more of a challenge, you can turn your head over to the right slightly and breathe here. Don't stop breathing. More challenging, deeper breath. Again, a way for our breath to help us. Good. And then relax the head back forward. Good. Slowly bring that right arm back up. Slowly let that right arm float down. Good. And then however comfortable it is for you, slowly uncross your legs. Good. And shake it out. It's such a great stretch for so many different parts of our body. Yeah. And also challenging our balance. Good. All right, so we're going to do that same thing on the other side. So left foot forward or left foot crossed over and the right knee pushing into that left knee a little bit, right? So it doesn't hyperextend. Good. And again, both feet need to be flat on the floor. If the heel is up on this left foot, then you want to be here. Yeah. Or bend the knees a little bit more. Yeah. Be comfortable, but be challenged. Yeah. And again, you can either hold on to your chair or hand on the side of the right thigh. Turn the left palm out. Inhale, reach out and up. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, stretch up tall. Inhale again. And exhale, stretch up and lean over to the right. Good. And breathe. Don't stop breathing. And turning your head to the left if that's available to you. Breathe and smile. Enjoy this challenge. And relax the head back forward. Slowly press into your feet. Reach your arm up. And exhale. Let that arm float down. And then uncross your leg. Yeah. And shake it out. Nice job. Good. Roll the shoulders. Yeah. All right. Let's see. We're going to come into little hip tucks. So bring your feet slightly wider apart. Bring your hands onto your waist. And you're just going to tuck your tailbone down so that your hips come forward and then reach your tailbone back. I'll come to the side so you can kind of see that. So you're going to drop your tailbone, which is tucking your hips. Knees are soft. And then lift the tailbone like you're going to want to lift your tail up. Yeah. And just do that a couple times. It should feel nice. Getting some motion in those hips. Good. One more. and relax. We have a tendency to stand or sit or stand a lot of times with our back or back arch too much, and we ideally want a nice flat sacrum. Yeah. So come to neutral on those hips, on that sacrum. Good. And then coming out a little bit wider. And let's just do some hip circles. Yeah. And again, nice soft knees. You can always feel the femurs, the femur bones moving around inside those hip joints, just bathing them with some synovial fluid, keeping us in motion. And at some point, pause and reverse. And do some hip circles the opposite direction. And come back to center. Good. And slowly bring your feet back to center. Good. Relax your hands down, shake them out. Sometimes when your hands are on your hips, your fingers can get a little stiff. Yeah, so shake them out. And that's an awareness, right? Yeah, good. And then coming into standing camel, it's a back bend. So we're going to slide your hands back, bend your elbows up, place your palms onto your sacrum. Like you're just supporting yourself. This is a pose that really helps you to feel supported in life, right? I've got your back. If this is a little bit tough on your shoulders or arms, interlace your hands behind your back, just like that behind you. Yeah, that's an option too. Good. Again, soft knees. Good. Let's start with lifting our heart. Reach your elbows a little bit further back. Just feel a whole opening, a whole expansion in your throat, your thyroid, your thymus gland, your heart. Yeah, good. Take a breath in. If you have space on an exhale breath, start to press your hips forward as you lean your upper body back slightly. Start to look up towards the ceiling. Just take this again to your range of motion and breathe. Yes, opening up your whole body. This is also strengthening your legs, especially your thighs. Yeah, and breathe. 2, 1. And slowly start to come back up with the body, straightening the knees a little bit. Once there, slide your hands down your glutes, down your back side, and then just bring them back to center. And shake it out. Just move the body, move the shoulders. Yeah, release the tension. Good. And we're going to make our way back to our chair. Stretch a little bit before our final relaxation. So coming to the front of your chair, and ever so elegantly start with just getting yourself in a posture to be able to sit back, to sit down. And we're going to want to start to send our hips back. Our hips are leading, right? The knees just automatically bend. Pause halfway down. Take a breath in. Exhale, find the front of your chair. Use your palms for some support as you land your hips onto your chair. Good. Sitting to the front of our chair again. Yeah. I'm going to go a little bit deeper in our twist. So let's do a little bit more cleansing here. So we're going to take our hands behind our right knee and let's squeeze our ascending colon with our thigh. And let's do a little rotation with our foot, one direction, other direction. And let's just cross our legs over. Yeah, good. And we're just going to come into a nice deep twist. So inhale, reach the arms forward and up. A breath in, stretch up. Stretch from the waist all the way up to your hands. As you exhale, relax the shoulders back and down. Start to turn the body over to the left. You can press into your left foot to turn to the right. Relax your arms down alongside your left hand alongside your thigh, right palm behind you on your chair. Take a nice big breath in. And exhale, turn, stretch, look over your right shoulder. Just for 2 breaths here. As you exhale, relax. Slowly start to bring the head back forward. Bring the body back forward. And then I'll grab this leg here and slide it up to your knee, up towards your shoulder. And then just let the leg relax here. Find yourself in figure 4. Yeah, good. So this left foot's planted. Take a breath in, look up, exhale, relax. And just start to rock side to side with that body, your body. Just opening up gently that right hip. Good. And then relax, and then hands back underneath the leg and help to take it up and off. Good. Let's just do the other side. So lift up. Good. Couple circles. That was a lot of sound in that ankle of mine. Yeah. Good. And then just gently cross over. You can always cross at your ankles too. Nice tall spine. Reach the arms forward and up. Big breath. Exhale. Relax the shoulders back and down. Start to turn to the left now. Relax your right arm on the outside of the left thigh, left hand behind your left hip. Inhale, press down into your left hand, elongate your spine. Exhale, relax, and turn and look over the left shoulder for a couple breaths. Big breath into the belly. Exhale, draw back. Another breath in. Exhale, draw back. Slowly relax the body. Turn the head back forward, body back forward. Grab behind your knee. See if you can lift your knee up and just let that leg relax wherever it's comfortable. Good. Nice tall spine. Good. And just start to rock. You can close your eyes and rock your leg back and forth. Just getting some, again, little emotion in that left hip. So the more we stretch our tendons and our ligaments, and our joints, the less pain we'll have, the less stiffness we'll have, and the less likelier we are to get injured in a fall or fall at all. Yeah. And come back to center now. Good. And then taking the hand behind that knee and just helping that leg up and off. Good. And relax the legs. Good. Nice stretching, everybody. And little challenge always. And let's get ready for our final relaxation now. So I'm going to settle down into our chair. Good. Palms up on the lap. Feel free to lay on the floor if you have that in your practice. Good. So take a little time. Be aware of, are you comfortable? Right? Can you be relaxed here just for a couple of minutes? Yeah. And then close your eyes. Good. You're going to take a nice big deep breath in. Hold the breath. And exhale with the ha sound. Ha. Really extend that ha sound. And do 2 more of those at your own pace, nice and slow. And just notice as you breathe out how the body starts to relax. Brain sending that signal to let go and relax. No matter what. So when you've done at least 3 breaths, and then release the breath, just come to your natural breath. And let's just spend this next couple of minutes with a little smile on our face, just a gentle smile. That also sends signals to the brain to change the brain chemistry and release serotonin and dopamine. Feel your shoulders soft. Your arms heavy. Your fingers relaxed. hips heavy, belly relaxed, legs, calves, feet soft, toes. Whole body relaxed. Let go all your efforts. Listen to the silence. Feel free to remain here for as long as you'd like. Should you choose to come back, slowly become aware of your environment, sounds, smells, the temperature. Begin to wiggle toes and fingers. Come to stillness. Take a nice big deep breath in. And let go of any last bits of tension you could be holding. Bringing your hands into Anjali Mudra, prayer position. Feel your palms as they come together. Rest your thumbs onto your heart. Take a nice big breath in. As you breathe out, bow your forehead to your fingertips. Feel the stretch down the back of your neck, down your shoulders. And we'll close practice today with this. Enjoy the little things in life, because one day you'll look back and realize they were the big things. When you're feeling ready now and complete, start to rub your palms together, creating some nice energy. Place your hands onto your face into your hands. Slowly start to flutter your eyes open as you lift your head. And bring your hands back to your heart. And I thank you all for coming and sharing this amazing, beautiful practice. Have a lovely rest of your day. Namaste.